Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hope everybody had a great day. Those of you in other parts of the world, I hope you are having a great night or a great morning, depending on where you're at in the world. Good to see you all. You know how we do. Rep your city. Always a pleasure to see you all. Good to see you, Will of the Most High, the beautiful and gorgeous K.L. Mitchell Brown, looking beautiful. William is here. Yeah, we got Woodridge in the building, joining us tonight for the news. I'm representing Chicago. And we have some more breaking news. I'm doing fine, sweetheart. How are you doing? Looking lovely as usual. We have San Jose in the building. Here we go. Well, I got this new news segment going, and I couldn't have picked a better time or a worse time. Depends on how you're looking at it. But tonight, I'm here to let you know that Britain has decided to help the U.S. and France and Germany. That's how fast the updates are coming in that I found out about France and Germany while I was waiting on the live to start. Great to see you, Alexis, representing Indianapolis. And since it's the news segments I'm doing now, I'm changing how I function. I will not be um, I will not be able to engage with the trolls anymore. I enjoy it, but I won't be able to. So my mods, if your questions are not relevant to the news conversation, if you're trolling, if you're being ridiculous, my mods will make the decision and they will decide what to do with you. They'll be able to put you on a short timeout. They'll be able to block you or whatever is necessary. And mods, let me know if you got the power to block them. If not, I will go and figure out how to give you that power. Or you could just keep putting them on timeout until they get out of here. Because, I'm not going to be able to have fun like I usually do now that I'm doing these news segments. I have to stay focused for the viewers. I wasn't expecting to have this much news, but a lot is going on. It's starting to look like World War. That's what it's starting to look like. Yes, indeed. Starting to look like World War is on the way. Experts are saying, some military experts are saying that America is not necessarily prepared to go the long haul, but they were saying that before other nations came into play. Other nations do have very much interest in dealing with Iran because allegedly Iran has been sponsoring terrorism all over the world. And so if you're a small terrorist group like the Houthis or somebody like that, you're able to get weapons from Iran. And there has been a lot of shipping problems where these terrorist regimes are hijacking oil tankers, ships, all kind of things. The Queen is 100% correct. We are stepping our game up over here for those that want to be updated with what's going on. Wow. So Miss Brown says, I saw them trying to break into the U.S. Embassy somewhere in Iran. Wow. So also, if you see any news concerning this particular subject matter, please put it in the chat so our family over here, and that's what we are, we're family, can see the news and you'll actually be participating. So I really want you all to participate in the news. Panama Jack, thank you. See, this is a beautiful thing. He keeping us updated. Panama Jack say that was Pakistan. See, this is how we can take social media and do things nobody's been doing before. We can have our own social media news where everybody is telling us what's going on. Because sometime when he says, brother is in Bahrain right now. Interesting. Sometime while I'm live, things happen and I can't see it because I don't have any other devices on. Now, first, before we get started, listen, y'all. This is very serious, okay? This is very serious, all right? I don't want you all to take this like this is not serious. This is very serious, right? Very. Protesters and police clashed near U.S. Embassy in Iraq after Khamenei's death. That was posted 7 hours ago. And this is really, 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 really serious because people have religious beliefs. People are here in the United States or wherever you live from various countries. And they will be doing things. Like my brother here is in London. All the people in London take precaution because there are all kind of people all over this world. People will get upset over the situation, will start lashing out all over the world. So all our people in Europe, please be safe. Right now, I wouldn't advise going into big crowds. And I think you should give big crowds 2 weeks 2 weeks, no big crowds. After a week and a half, start monitoring, right? So after a week and a half, start monitoring to see if things are simmering down or still crazy, and then decide if you want to go into crowds, right? And like the brethren say, be vigilant because things could calm down and get crazy again. You all, we live in a social media era where people can get the news constantly, can get more hyped up, can get more angrier, even can see fake news, right? And then react to something that's not real. It took me a little while to realize that they're actually posting AI videos, all kind of fake stuff. And so we happen to be living at a very trying times. So just be safe. Sit still for a while. This is an escalating situation that could easily turn into world war. And I don't want to scare you all, but this is what it is. And I'm going to be honest. I'm a little, I'll be honest. I'm going to express some of my feelings. I'm, I don't think this is going to go too well. And the reason I'm telling you all this before I get to the news story is because just out of nowhere, I got the idea to start doing news, right? Just out of nowhere. I say, I got all kind of segments, as you know, business, reparations, FBA. I got a whole bunch of playlists, politics. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do some news segments. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking I'm not going to do all the news because certain things I don't find interesting. So I was going to find the news that was interesting to me and share it with my subscribers. All of a sudden, this situation breaks out. And this situation breaks out, and I'm like, okay, I could post on it. And then it's 3 times a day, 4 times a day. And I've actually got in the middle of something that I didn't know was going to happen. And to me, that's a sign. Because why would I be doing the news now? Out of all, I've been on social media probably 13 years. So I'm thinking this is serious. I kind of just fell into this, Rosie. I had no idea this was it. And now I got to change. You know how I love getting off subject. You know how I like to play around. You know how I like to get into it with the trolls. I got to change my whole demo. Because this is very serious. And so Britain has decided to help. Because the United States wants to be able to have its weapons closer, to have its planes closer. And I believe that the United States is going to do something that's never been done before, especially no ever thought of concerning Iraq. And what I think that is all of the experts say that Iraq is surrounded by mountains. And they're saying that if you drop foot soldiers over there on the other side of those mountains, they'll never get out of there alive. So I'm looking at this situation knowing that the U.S. military and all these people know that. So if they can't go in there on foot, what are they planning to do? And I believe they're planning to do something that's never been done before in war. Because if they can only fight from the sky, what are they going to do from the sky? Think about it. If the experts is telling them they can do fine in the air, they can't go in on foot. Now, either two things. Either they're going to fight from the air and run out of steam from the air and not be able to pull it off, or they have something from the air that ain't nobody else had before. And I'm going to be honest, when you look at world leaders that get into wars, to me, Trump is not really the one to play with. I don't think so. I think Iran is making a bad mistake with Donald Trump. I think Iran is dealing with Donald Trump like he's other politicians. And I think they're thinking, oh, he won't possibly do this. But I don't know. They got something up their sleeve. Yeah, it's worse than the jungle because you're down in a hole. In the jungle, you can get in and out, but the jungle's bad too. That's why America had to flee from Vietnam. A jungle is bad too. But one reason a jungle is bad, because if you fight in the jungle, you're fighting people in the jungle and the people in the jungle. But you see how America got all of those troops out of Vietnam? They won't be able to do that down in that hole surrounded by mountains. Once they drop you in there, they won't be able to get you out. We can get you out of jungle, but they will not be able to get them out of them down in that hole, those mountains. This is what I've watched a lot of generals say, that if they send troops in there, they'll never get out alive. Because you're going to somebody else's turf, you won't be able to drop as many men in there as they got already, and you won't be able to retreat, and you'll be trapped. Because if I come down into your country like this, and you come from this way, I can't get back up out of there. And a mountain where people live is kind of like a jungle of rocks because they could be in all kind of caves and holes. You don't know where they're at. How you going to see somebody in the mountains and cracks and crevices? And so Britain, France, and Germany said they're ready to work with the U.S. and partners to help stop Iran's retaliatory attacks. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French Prime Minister Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said in a joint statement Sunday that they are appalled by Iran's reckless strike on their allies, which are threatening their service members and citizens in the region. We will take steps to defend our interests and those of our allies in the region, potentially through enabling necessary and proportionate defensive action to destroy Iran's capability to fire missiles and drones at their source. We have agreed to work together with the U.S. and allies in the region on this matter, the statement says. Now, Iran is crashing out. They might have made a really big mistake attacking Dubai. Because pretty much attacking Dubai is attacking all the richest people in the world. And one thing about war, he who has the goal makes the rules. And I think when they blew up them hotels in Dubai, I think they made a big mistake. Because there's people trapped in Dubai from all over the world, and these are the movers and the shakers. Imagine what kind of trillionaires is in Dubai right now, can't get out, or had to go, you're dealing with the big money people. Big money. And so when you start attacking Dubai, you're dealing with people that could give America how much money to go to war, can buy how many weapons. They can buy all the weapons they want. That wasn't a good strategy. And the reason I think Iran's a lot of trouble, because they've been hijacking tankers, and those are those billionaires and trillionaires tankers. Those is products for the whole world. And the whole business world does not like Iran at this point, including the billion and trillionaires in the Islamic world, because you're messing with their money. I believe Iran is messing with the world's money, which they would blow that whole place up over money. I kid you not. Because, you're inside of a hole of a mountain and nobody can come in there, but dropping bombs inside that mountain, you can't get out either. You can't get out. It's like you down inside of this jar, and they could just blow the whole inside of this jar up and say, oops, we didn't mean to hurt the innocent people. Because you're dealing with trillionaires or probably zillionaires, and they're not going to let you mess up the money. They would wipe that whole country out. if they became a threat to the world economy. I'm telling you, without blinking. And I don't think Iran knows how ruthless it could really get. I think Iran is fighting based on thinking the other side is going to have some rules. And that's questionable if that's questionable. Dubai was the billionaire and trillionaire's playground. And that wasn't a good hit. I don't think they should have hit Dubai. I think some of them other places they could have hit it. I don't think they would have liked it. I think they would have still kind of went to war. But I really got to think about Dubai. I don't think yeah, Goshen, when you think about Dubai, do I think Trump plays by any rules though? No. But I don't think Trump plays by no rules, but I think Trump had would have had access to limited funding. I don't think America could go play long ball in the war. This is what experts are saying. Experts are saying because America got to fight from the sky, they don't believe America could go long ball. They saying that the Iranians got missiles and missiles and missiles and missiles all in bunkers everywhere. But the problem with that is with the right bomb, those missiles also become bombs. So if they hit any of them spots where them missiles at, all the missiles are going to blow up. All those missiles are going to blow up. So if they can find where those missiles at and they bomb those missiles, what good, the missiles will turn around and work against them. And so Iran is calculating going to war with America, but Britain got long money. And if you got Britain and France and Germany, you can expect Italy, you can expect Greece. I mean, it's going to be Iran against the world. And a lot of Islamic nations ain't gonna help Iran because you blew up Islamic places. You blew up Dubai. You attacked Muslim countries. That's not going to go. And then you unalive 7,000 Iranians. And and the airport. And, everybody's looking at this religiously, but they attack their own religion. Dubai is Muslim. So, how much credibility do they have in the Islamic world if they attacking Islamic countries? None. Because how you going to unalive 7,000 Muslims in your own country and then say it's other people attacking you? They're going to say, what do you mean? You're attacking your own. You're attacking everybody. Because I'm sure the Islamic countries is thinking Iran should have called a meeting with them and got their opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm an Islamic country, I'm like, bro, why you ain't call me? You ain't asked none of us for no input. And then you're attacking some of us, so we can't help you. But NATO and America, they're going to work together. Russia's not going to go against America. They'll make a statement. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to help Iran. They're looking at Iran like a mad dog. Because you just unalived 7,000 Iranians. And so when people come to me and say, this is an attack on Islam, I'm like, well, what is Iran? What do you call when Iran unalived 7,000 Muslims? That fighting against Muslims, that ain't gonna fly. They didn't just unalive Muslims, they unalived Iranians, Iranian Muslims, 7,000. So the Muslim crying, I ain't gonna get it. How you gonna say that America's attacking Islamic countries when you unalive 7,000 Iranian Muslims from your own country? And now you want to play the religious card? Because your own people wanted to get your regime out of there. They don't feel like you was efficient. And you all don't have elections or nothing. You just have dictatorship so you could be the worst leader ever, and they just got to live with you, and you just stay in office until you're 200 years old. I wouldn't want to be there either. Imagine having a politician in office that's horrible, and he's get to stand there till he pass away, and then give it to his son, and then keep the same government forever. That's got to be horrible. No changes at all. So once you get a bad government, and that person got that government, have a bunch of sons, your whole life gonna come and go under that regime. And if he had to unalive 7,000 of his own people, obviously he's no good. And I don't believe he did it. I don't believe he was running Iran. Not as old as he was. I believe he was just sat up there like a puppet. You can't tell me that that old man is behind this. I don't believe that. It's some more younger lunatics behind this. And the powers that be decide he got to go. Whatever type of import or export they doing, that's over. So they got to have enough food and whatever products they got for themselves. Britain to let U.S. use bases to strike Iran. So Britain is going to let U.S. use bases. And you know that that's a half-truth. You know that if they let America have their jets over there, you know the British is going to use their fighter jets too. You know that. You know the British, the French, and the Germans are going to attack Iran, all of them. They're just trying to break it to you easy. And Iran doesn't have a leg to stand on because it attacked its own people. They got Iran in a bad situation because Iran has attacked its own people. So there'll be no argument to defend Iran. I've had people come over here and argue about people fighting against Islam, but they never responded to him unaliving 7,000 Muslim, Iranian Muslims. So this idea that everybody else is trying to attack Muslims while Iran did it is a ridiculous argument. They will be looked at as barbarians. They will have documentaries and documentaries of Iranians telling the horrible day when them 7,000 people, public opinion is going to be totally against Iran once they see documentaries from Iranians that was there when this man wiped out 7,000 of his own citizens. Now, I'm just going to keep it real. He's going to have no respect nowhere. He's not going to have any respect. None. I don't think they would use nuclear weapons, but if push comes to shove, they would nuke it. They would only nuke it if they can guarantee that the fallout won't come back and hurt everybody else. And I don't think they're sure about that. But they don't have to do that. They have other weapons now. They got weapons they could drop in there. They were unalive because they wanted change in the government. They wanted the government to change. They don't want to live that old life. And the leader there got them young people living the old life. And they saying it's not fair. People don't want to be 30 years old. You got a leader that's 70 and he's staying there till 100. By the time he get out, I'm 70. He been in there my whole life. I ain't been able to do nothing. Their lifestyle is ridiculous. Many of the Islamic ways of living are ridiculous, ancient, and washed up. When you get to the point where you want to have a religious country and people don't have the right to practice their own religion and they have to, that's totally ridiculous. I wouldn't want to live like that. Think about it. Would you want to live in a country where you had to do everything religious that the country told you to do? Who would want to live like that? Who would want to live like that? Nobody. Nobody want to live like that. Of course, I'm the only one going to be honest because I got people going to get in the chat that know they wouldn't want to live like that and they just won't say it. There's nobody in this chat that will want to live under no religion and they don't got no choice. And nobody. And when you see people that support that, they've been brainwashed or they got an advantage in the situation. Because when you join groups, right, there's the upper epsilon of the group and the bottom of the group, whether it's religious groups, whatever type of groups. When you're in groups, they'll say it's a group like everybody's the same, but everybody's not the same. In a group, there's still a hierarchy in the group and the ones at the bottom. And imagine being in a religious group where you're one of the religious people at the bottom. Would you want to live? Because when they talk about religious groups, they try to act like everybody's the same, like they're all equal in the religious group. Right? They're all equal in the religious group, which all groups have a hierarchy. And one of the worst situations is religious situations. Religious situations are the worst because it goes beyond just how you socially live. It goes into all type of religious rules. You got to dress like this. You got to do this. You got to eat this. I've had a lot of people come in my chat and talk against what I'm saying. And no, they would not want to live over there. Because if they lived over there, they wouldn't have the right to come in my chat. So what you think I think about somebody in the chat defending Iran, but if they was in Iran, they wouldn't be able to be on social media. They would not be able to be on YouTube. Now you tell me that's not phony. You tell me it's not phony that you got the right to get on social media and support Iran, but in Iran, you wouldn't have the right to get on social media. So you're phony because you're supporting something, but you don't have to live by the rules of the place you're supporting. You don't have to live by them rules. Your children don't have to live by the rules. Your mama, your auntie, they don't have to do that. Where somebody runs you socially and religiously, that's too much. I live in America where they kind of tell us what to do socially. But I definitely wouldn't want nobody to tell me what I got to do religiously. How I got to dress, the women, no way. No way. No. And then they got all the military, so they could force me to do their religion the way they do it. I don't get free will. Like here, if I want to be a Muslim, I could be a Muslim. If I want to be a Christian, I could be a Christian. But no, over there, I don't get to pick. I'm honest, I would hate it over there. There's no way I would want to live over there. And then they could scare everybody so much that nobody would tell that they agree with me. Imagine living somewhere where they agree with me, but they ain't gonna say it. They gonna pretend like they with the system. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He says it's crazy if you don't even believe in it, but you better not say nothing. I can't live on it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Oh no. No way. They just could not do it. Man, you can bet out of 100% of them people, 70% of them people hate it. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were forced in it. Yes. It's like back with the Christian Crusades. When the Christian Crusades went around the world and made people become Christians and did all type of crazy stuff. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Rastas, we always say we love the king because he let us do our own thing. That's the Rasta chant right there. We love the king because he let us do our own thing. You could be any kind of Rasta you want to be. You ain't got to be my kind of Rasta. You know what I'm saying? Brethren might not like it, but you can do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You know like some Rastas is vegan, some Rastas is vegetarian, some Rastas eat fish. It ain't my business what he eating. I can't go tell him the rules say you can't eat no fish, brethren. You gotta eat vegan. Imagine if I was a vegan dictator and all y'all gotta eat vegan. I better not catch you eating no cheese, no kind of dairy, no kind of meat, no kind of fish, or nothing, or it's punishable by being unalive. Would y'all enjoy that? You tell me that wouldn't be crazy. Everybody got to dress the way I tell you to dress. Now look at their world. Look at them all wrapped up and covered up. Now imagine my world where y'all had to do what I said. All the women would have booty pants on. You know what I'm saying? I need to see your breasts. I need to see everything. You know what I'm saying? I would be the imagine the opposite. Imagine my world, the opposite of his world. Now I want to see that thing shake. You got too much clothes on. Arrest her. Arrest her. She's got on too many clothes. Yeah, she got on too many clothes. Imagine my world. See? Nobody would like me. Rastas wouldn't like me. Christians wouldn't like me. Muslims. The whole world would want me unalived. Yeah, be like, he ain't no good. He the devil. They would say, I am the devil. Now, all the men would be moving in. We have a lot of babies. You won't be able to fight us because we'll have, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to fight us because we have the biggest population in the world. All I have to do is make sure we make a lot of guns and weapons because we be getting women pregnant. And okay. You want good taxes in my country? Okay, you got to have 3 babies and up. We won't punish you with 2. With 1, that ain't going to get it. You got 5 babies, you'll get special treatment. We need babies. We need babies. You wouldn't be able to get no divorce. You can't break up and get no divorce. Once you have a baby, you stuck. In my case, that's your woman forever. You know what I'm saying? That's your man and that's your woman. That's it. Don't let us catch you with another man or another woman. His penalties is be stiff. See, y'all wouldn't want me to. You wouldn't want me. You wouldn't want me to be the dictator. I'd be horrible for people. The only way you could get some meat, you got to run across the border. But don't let us catch you coming back with no piece of chicken. Everybody be healthy, but they'll hate the hell out of me, though. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm in shape. I lost a lot of weight, but I can't stand him. I need some pork chops. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would live in my. If I was Ayatollah, yeah, you wouldn't like if I was an Ayatollah. I need to be an Ayatollah. I'll fix y'all. Y'all be like, you right. Get rid of Iran and get rid of Pharaoh. Get rid of Pharaoh. We don't want it. He telling everybody what to do. I can't do nothing. I have my men out there. You eat some cookies. Pull it. Come here. They get the cookies. Okay. Oh, eggs. Arrest him. You know. You done broke vegan code 49837. What is wrong with you? We don't no animal byproducts. But we had the finest women in the world with no clothes on. Yeah, I told the Pharaoh be crazy. They'll be talking about me. He got all them women over there in booty pants and short skirts. He's the devil. My tourism be up. Come to Pharaoh land. We got the finest, nakedest women in the world. They all got on shorts and skirts and little tight tops. I don't care if they don't like it. I'm not Ayatollah, basically, right? That's how dude living, right? Come here. Matt, why is that skirt down to your knees? Arrest her. Let her out tomorrow and make sure she has on the proper skirt around here. That's too long. We can't have no babies like that. We need babies. We need you to be hot. Yeah, but they wouldn't want to come because once you sleep with a lady, you can't leave. You got to marry her. No, they wouldn't want to come and be like, no, we just want to come have fun, leave. Oh no, you got. Once you go up in there, you got to marry her, and you got to have some babies. The only way we'll let y'all break up if you don't have no babies. We'll find which one of y'all ain't fertile, and we'll throw you out the country. We'll keep the one that can have babies. This one can't have no babies. Throw them out. I'd be horrible. I'm just giving you the opposite. I'm giving you the opposite. What if it was the other way around? You wouldn't like that either. She'd be crying. What's wrong? He kicked me out the country because he found out I couldn't get pregnant. See what I'm saying? They'll be like, that's horrible. I'm the Ayatollah. That's what Ayatollahs do. I wouldn't be the Ayatollah, though. I'd be the I done told you. I'd be the I done told you. I wouldn't be the Ayatollah. I'd be the I done told you, Because I'm only going to tell you once. So I wouldn't be the Ayatollah. I'd be the I done told you. It'd be I done told you, Pharaoh. Don't let me have to tell you again. So who want to live? Who want to live like that? Because I don't want nobody to tell me what I got to do. I gotta who I gotta pray, when I gotta pray, what I gotta wear, what my daughter gotta do, what my wife gotta do. That's too fanatical. No, I wouldn't go over there. I would not go over there and be bothered with that because they wouldn't be able to protect me from the fanatics. I don't want to live over there. That ain't Chicago. Chicago nicer than everything they got. They ain't got no Chicago over there. Ain't no way. I would never leave all these beautiful women in America to go nowhere. Mm-mm. Ain't no way I go over there. Mm-mm. Down in them mountains. Not only that, the terrain and the way it's built. Mm-mm. No, they ain't even. Do they got Lake Michigan? Uh-uh. I don't got no strap. I'm on YouTube. I don't do nothing illegal. I don't got nothing, YouTube. Yeah, I don't got nothing. Yeah, I don't got no. I ain't trying to go nowhere and where I gotta be violent. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, sweetheart. Tell your brother I said, what's up, salute. There's no way. I'd like people should have the right to live the way they want to live as long as they're not harming other people. They shouldn't live under no dictatorship. The only rules we should have is rules like, no violence, don't unalive nobody, things like that. No stealing, don't break into people, things like that. So according to the reports, it's more than 7,000. That's why I say that's just too much. That's too much. That's too much violence. That's too much violence. And a lot of those Islamic countries, it's just too violent, too brutal. Like in Saudi Arabia, they be just having like public unalivings with women just putting ropes around their neck. Like, oh, okay. What's up, Rocky? Putting ropes around their neck and stuff like that. I don't want to live like nowhere like that. I like America where you can kind of do your own thing and nobody, if you're a Muslim in America, you cool. If you're a Christian, like whatever you are here, nobody cares, nobody bothers you. We got plenty Muslims in this country, plenty Christians, people that practice Judaism, atheists, Pan Africans, all type. You can even be a white power as long as you're not hurting nobody. We don't care if you a Ku Klux Klan, just you can't be stringing people up and stuff like that. But whatever you want to do and you off to yourself, and that's fine. It's not a problem. But you can't be no Ku Klux Klan to get out here bothering people. It's America. We're gonna knock the clue off your Klux Klan. You just gonna be Klux Klan. Your clue gonna be on the ground. Oh, you done lost your clue. Playing with a real one. Now you just Klux Klan. You know what I'm saying? You play with the wrong brother. They gonna knock the clue off you. You know what I mean? That's all. Just do yourself. You know what I mean? Just go over there and clue and Klux and Klan over there. Don't come over here cluing and cluxing and clanning. That's all. That's America. Man, everybody go to their positions and do, what you do. I couldn't live over there. And so they planning to, uh, they're going to attack them. You see, the UK has agreed to a U.S. request to use British military bases to strike Iranian missile sites. So they won't have to fly so far And you know the British is going to help. And it's going to be pretty much the whole NATO going to go in there and attack them. So keep your eye on this. This is going to be a little crazy. And please, don't go into no buildings right now. No, eat at home. Get Grubhub or DoorDash. Get your food brought home. Don't go into no crowds, no movie theaters or nothing. Just wait a little while. At least give it 2 weeks. So you won't be like those people that their brother just shot the other day, yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Where he didn't went in there and hurt those people. For those that don't know, their brother then went in there in Austin, Texas, and hurt them people. The FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force had joined to investigate after at least 2 people were unalive. People say it's 3 now, and 14 others wounded in a mass shooting overnight at a popular bar in Austin, Texas. Authorities said Sunday. The gunman was also unalive, police said. He was 53 years old, from Senegal. You see what I'm saying? And he then went in there. He had a Quran in the car. See? Then they unalived him. He had this sweater on. See what I mean? People in there having a good time. He done got all caught up into this, what's going on, and then went out there and threw his life away, unalived 3 other people and hurt others because he done got all caught up into this story. Now imagine the people in there and he come in there with a weapon. So right now, chill. Do not, on a side note, mental illness is serious. And some people that's really into religion have mental illness, right? So when a person has mental illness and they pick up like religion, it gets horrible. Like I've been around a lot of people that have like certain mental illness. Well, not a lot, but enough. And they all kind of play with God. They all be kind of godly one minute and something else the other minute. It's like they got a lot of different personalities. And one of their personality is rhetoric about God. You understand? Seriously. Like a lot of people that have mental illness, one of the things they do when they change from person to person, they do this God thing. Now, if anybody ever been around people like that, you know what I'm talking about. They have this thing with God. It always be crazy, too. A lot of times they swear God talking to them. They swear by it, but God don't be talking to them. A lot of them, I'm telling you. They have this weird God thing, and then they go from God to doing something crazy. They go from God to doing something. I don't know what that's about, but they always have this thing with God. I know this personally. I know people personally. I know people that unalive themselves, and that's what they was they had this weird thing about God, you know. That's one of their favorite subjects. And then 45 minutes later, they on something totally different. And a lot of times they don't be negative. They be strange, but they don't be negative. They be frustrated, confused, kind of happy out of nowhere. You know, they'll go from confusion to happy. You could see it change like that. And they do religion too. And a lot of times you don't know the bad side until they only do that. They don't really say that. They're hard to get along with it sometimes. That's one side. Like there's always a problem, no matter where they go. And their moods change just like that. So religion is something that could backfire with people. It could send people over the top. And then Islam is always the sword, the sword, the sword, the sword. Everything is the sword. With Islam, everything is the sword. You know, with Christians, it's hell. You're going to go to hell. But in Islam, it's the sword, the sword. You look at all their flags, it's a sword, 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 sword. Y'all never noticed that? The flags look very violent. You ever notice that? A lot of times. The flags is the sword. Now, their flag is not the sword unless that thing in the middle, that thing in the middle is a sword. It's just pointing down. Yeah, that's a sword. It's pointy on the tip. You see? That's a sword. So it's a little, in Christians you're gonna go to hell, but in Islam it's a lot of talk about the sword. You know, a lot of talk about the sword. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against nobody's religion because people find their own thing in religion. But if you got mental illness, because they were saying that a lot of times those terrorists, those Islamic terrorists, they were saying that these terrorist groups, when they want these people to do these suicide situations, they said they go get people that have mental illness and brainwash them with the ideology and get them to do it. This is what experts had said, that a lot of these people that be doing these suicide missions for Islam, they go and they take advantage of people that's got mental illness and have them go and blow themselves up. That's what a lot of experts have said. they have said that it's really abuse that they get somebody with a weak mind and send them to be the suicide bomber or whatever. This is what a lot of FBI experts have said that have investigated, that they play on the weak and get them to go crash out. I believe it. Because when you see these suicide bombers, ask yourself, well, why the other dudes didn't do it? Why he had to do it? Why the other ones sit back and watch? Send you out there on a dummy mission. So right now, chill. Don't go in no public places and watch your surroundings. Watch your surroundings. I'm telling you. Listen to me. Watch your surroundings. Right now. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention. Take precautions. I can't tell you this enough. Because it's dangerous out there right now. Terrorism cautions focus on vigilance, situational awareness, and emergency preparedness to minimize risk. Key actions include identifying exit routes, reporting suspicious behavior. If you see something, say something. Avoiding large, unmonitored crowds, and having a family communication plan. During an incident, leave the area immediately or hide and follow law enforcement instruction. General precautions. Situational awareness. Be aware of your surroundings, especially in high-profile public places, transit hubs, tourist spots, and hotels. Suspicious activity. Watch for unattended bags, unusual behavior, or someone wearing inappropriate clothing for the weather, like a heavy coat in the summer. Emergency planning. Know the emergency exits and evacuation routes in buildings you visit, including hotels and workplaces. Information security. Avoid oversharing personal information on social media that could be used for targeting. You understand? Seriously. This is not a joke. I don't want to scare y'all. But this is what's going on. While traveling, keep updated. Monitor local news and U.S. Department of State travel advisory. Anytime you travel, go to your hotel, check in, and the first place you go when you got a full day is go to the U.S. Embassy. This is what we've been teaching for years. When you go to these foreign countries, go to the U.S. Embassy and check in. The U.S. Embassy is going to tell you things that the news media and the hotel's not going to tell you. They're going to tell you if they had any problems there. They're going to tell you what to do, what not to do. They're going to tell you where Americans are safe and where Americans are not safe. You're not going to see that on the news. You're not going to hear it on the radio. The hotel's not going to tell you this or nothing. This is old school travel info. When you go to a country, you go to the embassy. And you meet somebody in that embassy and you let them know that you're leaving on this date and you're going to contact them when you leave. That way, if you get kidnapped or anything and the embassy does not hear from you, you will have people there looking for you and to contact your family and do what's necessary. You won't just be there by yourself. My friends, all the people that travel, I know, me included, they go somewhere, they go to Italy, you go to embassy, they say, okay, here, they give you a brochure, tell you everything not to do. They tell you, don't go here. You see the street, don't go over there. Tourists been getting hurt over there. Don't go over there. The TV not going to tell you that. The hotel not going to tell you that. I'm giving you real advice. Go to the embassy when you travel and let them know you there and let them tell you what's been going on. They're going to tell you what's been going on. Nobody's going to tell you what's been going on. Something happened to you and you're in the hospital, and that's when somebody going to say, oh, yeah, that's been happening a lot over there. And you're like, well, thanks now. Right? Keep passports and sensitive documents in a safe place. Low profile. Avoid appearing as a high-profile tourist dressed similar to everybody else that lived there, the locals. During an incident, run, hide, fight. If safe, evacuate immediately. If not, hide in a secure, locked, or barricaded area. As a last resort, defend yourself. Emergency contact. Keep your phone charged. And know local emergency numbers. Locked up. When you get there, all the local emergency numbers, put them in your phone. Delete them when you get back home. Emergency contact. Keep your phone charged and know local emergency numbers. Police respond. When authorities arrive, keep your hands visible, follow instructions, and do not make sudden movements because they don't know you from the troublemaker. Physical safety measures. Shelter in place. If advised, stay indoors, lock doors, and turn off the air conditioning system to prevent chemical and biological agents from entering. Report packages. Do not handle, smell, or open suspicious packages. For the latest up-to-date information, monitor the U.S. Department of Homeland Security National Terrorism Advisory System. Now look, here in America, people have been putting toxic things on $100 bills. And ladies and men, if you grab the $100 bill, you're going to pass out. Also, ladies, when you go to the restroom, look on the outside of the door before you go in there because they've been putting these lock boxes outside of the women's bathroom. And when women go to the bathroom, they locking them in there. I'm telling you. And when you get in an Uber or a Lyft, make sure that child lock is not on there. When you open the door, there's a little button. And if they click that button, once you close that door, you can't get out. Also, ladies, when you're driving, you're in the passenger side. I mean the driver's side. Take the seatbelt on the driver's side and stick it through the door and fasten it into the seat. That way nobody can open that other door. I sent all this information to my daughters, my children's mothers. They know all of these tactics. When you're a single woman and you're driving your car by yourself, take that seatbelt and stick it through that door handle where that hole is at and click it in the seat. That way, even if they bust the window, they still ain't going to be able to open that door. You get a chance to drive off. Yeah, they locking people in the bathroom with the door locked. I kid you not. And lock you in the bathroom. You think I'm kidding? Let me show it to you. I'm going to show it to you right now. I ain't kidding. Listen, I'm not kidding. Watch this. I'm going to show it to you right now. You ain't going to believe this. And tell everybody subscribe over here. They going to learn something. I tell you that. If you ain't never learned nothing nowhere else, you're going to learn it over here. Let me tell you something. Watch this. I kid you not. I ain't trying to scare y'all, but this is serious. I ain't trying to scare you, but this is very serious. Watch this. I'm going to show you the lock right now. Give me a minute. I ain't trying to scare you, but this is very, very serious. And it's a look. You got to look up at the bathroom. There's a silver box, and that silver box they'll lock it when you go in the bathroom, and lock you in there. I kid you not. They will lock it, and you can't get out. It's going to be up on the left side where the door closes at. Watch, look. They doing this for real. Look. And then I'm going to end this live, but I got to show the ladies this. We want the ladies to be safe. This is not a joke. There it is. When you go in there, they're gonna do this. Chuka, and you can't get out. When you go in the bathroom, you see that little knob at the bottom? They're going to slide it over, and then it's going to go in that hole, and you can't get out. It's going to be two things going there, too. You ain't going to be able to kick it open. Two big bolts going to slide over into that, and you ain't going to be able to get out. If you go to these gas stations, you'll never look up there and pay no attention. You won't know what it is. You go to the gas station, use the washroom. As soon as you go in there, you ain't getting out. A lady took this picture because it was on the bathroom door when she was getting ready to go to the bathroom at a gas station. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. So look, y'all be safe. Thanks for watching this, the news. And I'm going to be bringing you lots of news and information to help you out. This is something new that I'm doing, but it's definitely a service to the community, okay? So you all stay positive and have a great night and be safe. Victory.